Okay.
I reminded her in the 6:30. Okay, she's the art of living teacher also.
Oh,
So,
okay. She lives in Bangalore?
yeah, yeah, she lives in Malleshwaram. Yeah.
Got it.
So she said she'll join Karke. She was returning from office.
Got
So,
it. Okay. Sure. I think we can start now. It's almost 5 minutes past the time. Yeah.
okay.
So, actually, we are also live on YouTube. I can share the link if you want anybody else to join later. I'll anyway share at the end. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so welcome everyone, and let me introduce myself. I am Ramakrishnan, known as Ramki. I'm an art of living teacher. I think teaching for the last 17 years, maybe, and I also work for a IT company. I live in Bangalore. That's my background. So today's session, as you know, is an introduction to something very unique. Some of us may not have even heard this name. It's called Sri Sri Lemurrian Yoga. This is, of course, from the Art of Living, but this is relatively new program. I think it started less than two years back. Um, so this is an introduction session, and there are quite a few teachers all around India. So from wherever you are joining, you can inquire the local chapter to find out. Okay, to then join that. Okay, so let me start. I'm going to be sharing my screen for a while, and then I'll stop sharing later. I hope you are able to see my screen. Okay, so there starts with a question time. Okay, so has any of you heard of this tech, the Tai Chi and Qigong? These are some of the techniques. It's being practiced
Yeah,
worldwide.
Tai
Yeah.
Chi heard.
Okay.
I've heard about it. Non
Qigong is another
Qigong.
related one. The
Okay.
question is, where did this originate from?
China or
Archie China and Qigong from Japan.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Let me, I mean, take that as an answer, and we'll proceed. Okay.
Mm.
Um, so, any of you have heard of a continent called Lemuria that got sunk? Uh,
Yeah, yes,
No.
okay.
No.
I've heard.
Some of you have heard. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move ahead. So, what is the oldest form of yoga? This is a
No
trick question.
idea.
Okay, let's keep that as well. Okay. Uh, and of course, if you don't know that, then the founders of this
Yeah,
also you may not know.
we won't know.
Okay. So these are kind of leading questions, but yeah, I will come back to this. Okay. So first of all, Tai Chi and Qigong originated from the original form, which is what we are now looking at. We are calling it Sri Sri Lemurian Yoga, but this is the form of yoga which is the origin, and I'll narrate the story about it. But also, it comes from this sunk continent called Lemuria. Lemuria is a name given by Britishers, but the original name, as known in Tamil Nadu, it's called Kumari Kandam. Okay, that's the name of that sunk place. And the oldest form of yoga is exactly this, and I will tell how old it is. And the founders are the Tamil Siddhars. Okay, so let me stop the screen for now. Okay, so we'll move forward. So first of all, this yoga form dates back to 32,000 years. We can't even imagine how old it is, right? 32,000 years back, this originated from this Kumari Kandam, which is a place. it used to extend from, it's a land mass, it used to extend from all the way Madagascar to Australia. Okay, so it used to, so the current Kanyakumari, what we see as a tip of India, it used to be center of that place. Okay, um, and from this place is how, like, this practice originated from this place, by the this was practiced by the Siddhars, okay, of the Tamil origin. And we all know probably Patanjali Maharishi, right? So the disciple of him is Vyagrapada, who is the disciple of, yeah, Vyagrapada is the disciple of Patanjali, and he put together what was already practiced. He put together this form of yoga. So when this continent was sinking, right? People, of course, know, and they started migrating towards the existing land mass of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so they brought in this knowledge as well, and from then on, obviously, there were many siddhas along the way. For example, there was one called Bogar. He used to be in the place of Palani in the current Tamil Nadu, and he migrated to China. So this knowledge form is not restricted to yoga alone. The medicine and so many, all the knowledge forms, right? Even today, the form of medicine called Siddha medicine is practiced in Tamil Nadu, and it's also recognized. I mean, it's part of the Ayush. Ayush is the one managing. I mean, it has recognized, right? So the S in Ayush represents Siddha. Okay, so the entire knowledge was taken by Boger, and so that is why the knowledge, the martial art form, which is called Qigong and Tai Chi, is still propagated. It practiced and propagated all over the world, and the Chinese medicine also comes from exactly this Siddha medicine. So this is all just for information. So many of us may not even know this, right? So yeah. Moving on. Any questions so far? Okay. If you have any question, you can interrupt me and ask. Okay. Okay. So coming to the method of this practice, right? Um, See, this is done in a very slow manner. Okay, this yoga form, it is done in a very meditative way, coordinated with the breath, and especially it is done, um, as I said, in a, like, I'll talk about a lot of difference between the regular practice of Hatha yoga form that we know of and this, okay, in a while. And one of the main thing is there is no pain in doing this form of yoga at all. In fact, the tagline is, so usually, people say in the traditional form of Hatha yoga, no pain, no gain, right? You must have heard of that, which means you have to stretch a little. When it pains, then you also gain, right? Here it is no pain, more gain. Okay, so there is no pain at all, and it is very pleasurable. So only pleasure and no pressure. It is kind of a bliss in motion. Okay, and we also use this term effortless effort. Okay, there is no effort essentially. Okay, so let's go through some of the differences. The traditional, the Hatha yoga form what we practice, right? Especially in the Sri Sri yoga, we do practice in a in a relatively slow way. In fact, there are other schools which may practice even faster, but even then, that pace in which we follow Sri Sri yoga itself is faster compared to the Lemurrian yoga. Lemurrian yoga is practiced very slowly. Okay, it's very slow pace. That's one very big difference. And in the Hatha yoga form, what we do is we put effort to get to a position, and then we let go. Some of us may have heard this Patanjali's Yoga Sutra line, right? Where there is an effort in getting into position, and then we let go. So here, all through from the get go, it is effortless. That's why it's called effortless effort. Hmm? Um, so this is something that is a very notable difference, and also we tend to stretch a little bit. Like if you see in the traditional, in the Shishi Yoga also, what we do is we go to the end of the comfort zone and we push a little bit more, stretch a little bit, 1% or whatever, right? That's how we have been doing the traditional yoga. But here, there is absolutely no stretch. Everything is done within the comfort zone itself. Okay. And normally in the hatha yoga form we do yoga, and then at last we go into rest by doing yoga nidra or meditation, right? But here this is meditative all through. Of course all forms of yoga leads to meditation, so here also at the end we meditate, but even the practice itself is all the way meditative. And as I said, in the traditional form you go beyond the comfort zone, which may result in some to some people some pain also. Okay, it may last a little bit, but may have pain, right, usually. But in Lemurian yoga, Sri Lemurian yoga, we have no pain, as I said, as we never cross our comfort zone. Everything we do within the comfort zone. This the one more difference which is very interesting. um, the yoga forms usually strengthen our muscles. You all have heard this, isn't it? This is exactly why many people are recommended to do yoga also, because most people can avoid joint pains if they strengthen the muscles, right? Because it is because of muscles not getting engaged, when they don't get strength, we overuse the joint and end up in joint pains. That's the theory behind that, right? So in any form of yoga we usually engage muscles, thereby strengthening the muscles. But there are two kinds of muscles. There is main set of muscles and there is something called auxiliary muscles. So most yoga forms, what we do generally strengthens the main muscles. They do not touch the auxiliary muscles at all. Whereas in Sri Lemurian yoga, we engage the auxiliary muscles. This is very interesting, very unique thing for this practice. Okay, so auxiliary muscles are rarely engaged, and in Sri Lemurian yoga, we do engage them. Okay, this is very important difference. Okay, I think I've talked quite a bit. If you have any questions, please let me know. Anybody?
Ramki sir,
Yes.
I've done Lemurian first time with you. I don't know if you remember when we did it in the Kadugodi.
Oh, did where? In which place?
In the next to the lake in Kadugodi,
Ah,
Kannamangala.
Kada, yeah, 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 of course.
Uh,
Whitefield, right? Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
feel,
yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So maybe I have questions later on. If
Okay, yeah. If you have any question, please do ask now. I'm fine.
like I want to rejoin. In fact, I want to go through
Oh,
this.
okay.
So that is what I wanted to ask,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
unless we practice, I think I needed the practice in a continuous way. That is why.
Correct, correct. I agree. So, so let us proceed with some of the content, and then later also we can ask some of other questions. Okay. Um, I am going to only touch upon right now the benefits of doing the Sri Lemurian Yoga. This is um, so. First of all, the benefits are too many, but I have bucketized for professional people, working professional people, for common people, for senior citizen, so that we get a perspective of, because I know this crowd what we have is a mix of people. So especially for professionals, right? See, we all know the pace of work life is very fast usually, right? Um, but when we keep going in that pace, many times we have noticed that eventually we lose the focus. This must have been the experience of many people here. But in order to gain focus or in order to be laser focused, we need to definitely slow down. Okay, but that practice of slow down is not consciously done, right? In normally, see, slowing down seems to be counterintuitive to becoming very sharp and dynamic, right? So, but then these are complementary. It's like, for example, if you have a bow and an arrow, if you keep throwing the arrow, however much hard you try, it will go to certain extent. But if you use the bow and pull backwards, which is counterintuitive, right? If you have to throw it front, why do you pull backward? Somebody might ask. But only when you pull backward, it goes so far away. It is the same idea, right? We need to learn to slow down. So this Lemurian yoga, since it's a slow form of yoga, with all the awareness we do, when we complete this practice, we become very dynamic, efficient, laser focused, and productive. Okay, this is one. Also, this practice has a benefit of balancing the right brain and left brain. This is very important, actually. See, for anyone to get the right perception, we need a balanced left brain and right brain activity. We all know left brain is responsible for logical thinking, analysis. Right brain is responsible for all the art form, music, painting, all that. But if you are predominantly left brained or predominantly right brained, you don't get the right perception. Okay, your perception is skewed in one direction. So, bringing a balance is very important, especially in a professional world. We need to have that right balance, and this helps. And bringing a better posture. See, your posture gradually gets corrected when we do the Lemurian yoga very regularly. Okay, this is one of the problems with professional people, because many professionals have a sedentary lifestyle of work, sitting in the chair for long hours, and eventually they get into a wrong posture as well. So that correction happens. And one of the other benefits is having the awareness throughout the day. So because this practice brings in that awareness, and hence you end up doing less mistakes in work. That is one. And of course your communication improves, overall your observation, basically your perception, observation, and expression, all of these three improves because of the increased awareness as well. And other thing is your sleep gets better. Many of us are suffering from sleep. It is irrespective of whether you are a professional or senior citizens or anybody. Like, I think most people in the current world suffer from sleep disorder. This improves sleep. The other part is the metabolism. See, many times, especially working people, because they are usually having sedentary lifestyle, they do not eat many times because they are hungry. They eat because it's time. There's a lunch time, so okay, let's go and have. So what happens is the previous food doesn't digest, and overall our metabolism is very mild. It's not active. Uh, okay, but when we start doing Sri Sri Lemurian Yoga, your metabolism improves. Um, you get the hunger at the right time, and overall your body performs much better. Okay, so in the practice of Sri Sri Lemurian Yoga, what we do is we harness the cosmic energy and strengthen the bioenergy in ourselves. So this too happens, actually. Okay, and thereby you remain energetic throughout the day. Okay, and of course, because you are energetic, you have reduced stress as well. Okay, because stress is nothing but too much to do, too little time, no energy. You must have heard this from Gurudev. So the amount of work and the time you don't have control over, it's only the energy level that we can increase, that we have control over. So when we have increased energy level, we have reduced stress. and and if anybody is suffering from, let's say, depression or anxiety, you know, this practice definitely brings them out of that. Okay, so this is all for the professional people, but of course it all applies to everyone else, but I just pointed out. And uh, so the fact that I said the muscles get strengthened, especially the auxiliary muscle, it's useful for all. Okay, and and as it is done in a very effortless manner, you generally become very happy and you feel very blissful. Okay, and one of the things is, if you are a meditator, of course, even if you are not, this practice leads you to a very beautiful meditation. So it takes you into meditation very easily. If you want to get into meditation, this is for sure going to help you. Your meditation becomes deeper. So if you are already a meditator, you will notice that your meditation is getting much deeper. One of the things is, since it's done slow, it boosts the stability. Okay, I talked about posture, but in general, your stability and the balance definitely improves a lot. Okay, and I already talked about sleep. It increases your memory as well. Okay, I talked about metabolism as well. Especially for senior citizens, I have certain points that I want to talk about. Um, Generally, if you ask a senior citizen to do yoga, they hesitate because it pains. Okay, but this is probably one of the only ones I know where it is a painless form of asanas. Okay, so this is very suited for senior citizens to do, and since it is involving very slow movement, it is doable by all age groups, right? And there is one concept. I mean, it's a medical concept called proprioception. If some of you are from medical field, you might have heard this. Proprioception is the ability which allows you to know the spatial, basically it brings the spatial awareness. It makes you aware of the spatial position of things. For example, if I'm closing the eye, if I want to touch my nose, still I exactly come and touch the nose, right? My hand comes, touch. How do I know where the nose is? Right? My eyes are closed, still I'm able to touch. This ability is called proprioception. But as we age, apparently we start losing this ability, and that is why people also, are little unstable as they grow older, and there is increased risk of falling down also. Okay, when old people fall down, it is very bad, right? But this practice of Lemurrian yoga enhances the proprioception. It improves your motor and sensory nerve coordination. Okay, so thereby increasing your stability and the balance. So you have reduced risk of falling down. So this is very important. And as I said, it's so effortless and gentle, and it improves sleep. Especially senior citizens suffer this from this a lot. And as I said before, metabolism, since it improves, especially the older people, the metabolism tends to go slower. Okay, so this restores that, it improves it. um, Even the memory related problems, that comes in when you're older, that can be reduced, right? So it improves memory. um, and older people also tend to get stiffness in muscles, but doing this form of yoga makes them more flexible. Okay, and yeah, so I also talked about people who have depression or anxiety. They can, this can make them feel much happier. Okay, so I think I have talked for quite a while. Any questions are there, I can ask, I can take. Yeah, I think Monica, you have a question.
Jai Gurudev Bhaiya. So, Bhaiya, does this yoga has different set of asanas also, or is it like the asanas are same but the way to do them is different?
No, no, no. It has a different set of them as well. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and
Some may be little close to the regular asanas you might know, but
mhm.
largely it is a different set of them. Yeah.
Okay, and is it like if we do this yoga, is it a complete substitute of what we usually have been doing
That's
yoga?
a very good question. I got it. Like, this is a very good question, but no, it is not a replacement,
Mm.
but it adds to
Mm.
the one that you are doing. So you may continue to do what you are doing otherwise, because as it's
Mm.
told here, right? Even for that, for example, I talked about the main muscles versus auxiliary muscles. So predominantly, the regular form of yoga strengthens the main muscles, whereas this predominantly strengthens the auxiliary muscles. Both are complementary in that sense.
Got
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
it. So another thing, Bhaiya, like usually, like how you have mentioned how Lemurian yoga is different from the other yoga that we do. There's one question. In regular yoga, whenever we do an asana, we get into the asana, we hold the asana, and we come out of it and we relax our body for a bit.
Correct.
In Lemurian yoga, since we are not stretching or holding, is there a point where we also relax, or it's like a dance where we move from one asana to
So,
the other
which is
asana?
why I said this is a effortless effort. So throughout the doing of it, it is effortless and you are restful, and hence it is meditative also.
Hmm.
Yeah, the rest
And hmm.
pervades the entire doing of the asana. Yeah,
Okay. And like, from what age can one do this yoga? Like,
16 plus and no upper age limit.
okay, thanks.
Any other? So I see Balaji.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev, Ramki Gaur. Yeah, that was actually my question. Is there an upper age limit to do this?
No.
Anybody who say 80, 85 also can,
Yeah,
90 can
anybody
do
can.
this?
In fact, in my first course, I think she was 90 or 89, I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
She still enjoyed so thoroughly and she shared very good experience.
Sure. And one more question is that, I mean, I know there's a host of benefits that you mentioned, but for specifically for endurance sportsmen or athletes, right? I mean, will this also help in addition to whatever they are doing? Say
Definitely, this
somebody
will
who is into
help in the
marathon
sense,
running or, yeah,
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 as I talked about that bow and arrow example, right? For
yeah,
anybody, one who's doing hard, for example,
workout.
um, yeah, as you said, the endurance exercise or running, and like for them also, this will help because this gives them the strength to do whatever they have to do. So that way, this is going to definitely help. Yeah.
Right. And is there a certain threshold within which one will actually see the benefits
Oh,
coming in
the
terms of?
very first session, you will love it. From the get go,
Okay,
you'll love it. Yeah.
sure. Okay. Thank you, sir. Very good.
Jai Gurudev. Yeah, Shailendra.
हाँ जी so एक तो पहले I would like to understand auxiliary muscles. Can you give an example? What is the meaning of that?
No, actually, any play, like even hand, if you take, right,
जी
consists of both main muscle and auxiliary muscles are generally, you can say, minor muscles, major muscle and minor muscles.
okay
So they don't get engaged. So when we do fast movement, right, or to some extent slow movement, only the major muscles get engaged. But when we do very slowly, this particular exercise, I mean, sorry, the whole form of Lemurrian yoga is done slowly. It really engages the auxiliary muscle. So, yeah.
okay although the benefits are amazing but I may for some people or maybe youngsters it may look ki अरे यार I am like full of energy so it may be a little boring to do it slowly
Actually, on
so
the contrary, no, I kind of disagree here because when you start doing it, right, it becomes so meditative, you actually lose the time. For example, some I when I do, right, sometimes I lose the time and it's already 2 hours, and you feel like it's just have been 20 minutes or so. Like, the point of this is it is so meditative that you get immersed into the practice. Anybody would enjoy that. Like, it's not about, no, if you look at from outside, maybe they may not like it, but if you do it, you will like it. That's why it's an experiential thing. It's nothing to witness, actually. Yeah, there is nothing like see, normal yoga form, what people get advertise it, by looking at it they get inspired, oh, I should do. But this is not one such one where they look at it and get inspired. They have to do it and they get really enjoy, I mean, they enjoy it.
Okay. And personally, I've experienced that, so I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Just wanted to understand on that perception. The
Yeah.
other is, if we have to, although there is no comparison as such, but if we have to compare with normal yoga, Lemurian yoga, the benefits which accrue, what can we say to people that, yeah, these are the like benefits which are much more tangible after doing Lemurian yoga? Is there something like that we can?
So everything that I described are very tangible. Like, in fact, very immediately you can see that. Like, for example, when I did this, I directly went for the teachers training. But in the training they did teach. The very first day itself, I could see such a big difference. I mean, all the benefits that I said, especially around the metabolism, there is so many things I can immediately get it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So Rampiji, so I feel, and maybe you can correct me, in my perception, whatever benefits we spoke about, maybe over a long period of time, other forms of yoga can also give it. But this one, although it is very slow, this will be faster. I feel so.
As I said, no, some are very uniquely attributable to this form of yoga. That's what I said. Like
Yeah.
proprioception. I don't think any other yoga form gives that benefit of
Right.
bettering your proprioception. Okay. So likewise, there are so many of them which are unique to this practice. That's why I said it is complementary. We are not asking to drop the other form of yoga that we do. We also teach that, right? So we are also sushi yoga teachers, but both are so complementary, and this has its place and the other one has its own place.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, Nagaraji.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev,
Take
Ramki
it
ji.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it was really a pleasure listening to you. Actually, we're already in a kind of a meditative situation already. Yeah. So one thing I want to ask is, let's say we are doing the normal regular sadhanas, which might take 45 minutes to 1 hour. Let's say we are doing that. Now, how long or when can we accommodate this yoga that you are saying?
That's a very good question. I think, especially for people who are doing long sadhana. Yeah. But I tell you, this can be very tailor made or customized. Like, based on the time that you have, you can start from 10 minutes also, you can do, or you can do 2 hours also. So you can pick and choose. So there is a certain flow, but you don't need to do everything every day. You can choose to pick based on the time that you have. Yeah, so it won't be so much invasive to your schedule. Like, you can even do in 10 minutes whatever you want to do.
Okay, got it. And if I may also ask further, when are you likely to start
Yeah.
session?
So there is an upcoming program. As for, I mean, of course, this crowd is from different parts of India, but those who are from Bangalore, they can benefit. So we are starting one batch on 10th in JP Nagar, 7th phase. So it's Sri Sri Academy. I can post the link here, but yeah. So there is one starting from 10th of June.
Okay. And how many hours or days does it take for one to learn
So
this?
when I started teaching earlier, it used to be one program. Now the format of this is part one and part two. So it's been separated because people do not want to spend all the time. So we are only sticking to 1.5 hours, 4 days. That's the part one. Similar duration for part two. But right now I'm going to be teaching part 1.
Okay, got it, Ramkiji. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ramkiji, is it only offline or any plan for online in future?
Right now, Gurudev has only restricted to teaching in person. There is no online format.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What are the timings you said?
Um, uh, we are doing this batch morning time, 6:30 to 8.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I can give the link also in the chat. Um,
Sure, sure. Thank you.
so,
So,
yeah,
Ramji, can I ask the question now?
yeah,
Yeah, so I did the Whitefield program. I think we did the
correct.
first part. So
Yeah.
does it come as a part 1 or
No,
what?
actually, that was a good package for you. So that's pretty much so. In fact, part 1 and part 2 put together now is not so much different from what you have learned.
So
Yes,
how?
maybe couple of things got extra, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
Okay, so if I have to practice, is there an online group or how does it happen now?
No,
Any follow up?
if you lost the practice, you come back to the course.
I am doing it. I have not
Yeah.
lost it because I've.
Then great. Then continue.
But
Yeah.
then,
Please. Yeah.
so I thought if suppose we have a weekly satsang or a meet
No,
or
no, we
something.
do not have a follow-up. It
Uh,
used to be there in the initial time,
uh,
but when we restarted it with part 1 and part 2, we have not still started. It's a question to the desk. I cannot take the question back to them, but
yeah, because
so
sometimes.
far it has not been started.
Okay, because
Yeah.
sometimes when you do it, you don't know if that is the right thing that is being done.
Don't worry, as long as you enjoy. So this is very less like intrusive or whatever you call that. Like
Yeah. So if you're not
it
going
doesn't
to,
harm you.
um,
It is, as long as you enjoy, it is good.
yeah, it's a beautiful one, and it's like
Yeah.
a flow. As you
Yes.
said about Tai Chi or Qigong, it's
Yes.
like that. It flows
Yeah. Yeah.
one into the other. It's a sequential flow. Yeah, thank you. But then if I want, I have to come to JP Nagar, which is too far.
No,
So
no.
I
Actually, we can plan one more session like
thank
we did.
you. I'll
Yeah.
catch hold of all of them who did with you, and
Yeah.
maybe we can look at
Sure.
another
Yeah.
session.
I'm ready to travel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Monica.
But yeah, I wanted to ask, like, can pregnant women be allowed to do this yoga?
So this practice they can do. Some of them there may be some caution we can tell, but in general, everything as far as I see, they can be done. And
Mm.
since it is done slowly, they can choose if
Yeah.
anytime there is uncomfortable feeling, they can choose not to do.
Mhm. Okay.
But you can get in touch with me. I can even elaborate. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mm.
Anybody? So, yeah, are there more questions? If not, I can give a glimpse of like a couple of very simple one. Like I can.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, please.
My name is Rama and I'm from Bangalore. I wanted to know that BP, diabetes, people can benefit from this.
Definitely, definitely. This is definitely beneficial for people with especially blood pressure and like because especially it's done very slowly. Of course, there are specific pranayamas also which we teach otherwise, but this practice of Lemurrian yoga definitely helps. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. So let's do one or two practices. Just I mean it. So it's about you will learn that it's not about what we do. It's about how we do that makes a big difference. Okay. So the first practice what you are going to do is so first of all you can keep the hands both the palms facing down. Okay, on the lap, not facing up. Okay, this is something that people who are doing art of living programs a long time, this may be a little strange, but the palms are facing down, kept on the lap. So what we are going to do is simply we are going to open the eyes and close the eyes. So as we breathe in, we open the eyes. As we breathe out, we close the eyes. But we do it very slowly, okay, at a slow pace. huh? So let's sit comfortably and we will start. So as we breathe in, gently open the eyes. And now as you breathe out slowly, let's close the eyes. Once again, breathe in and start opening the eyes. As you breathe out, start closing the eyes. Your eyeball remains stationary. Only the eyelids are moving up and down. So you can fix the gaze at one point so that eyeballs don't move and the eyelids are moving. Just again breathe in. Do it at your own pace, very slow breathing, and synchronize your breathing and the opening, closing of the eyes. One last time. If you have slight burning sensation in the eyes, that's okay. Slowly, as you breathe out and closing the eyes, relax again. And you may gently open your eyes. Okay. How was it? Good. Yeah, one more we'll do and then we can share the experience. What we are going to do is we are going to so here throughout you don't have to follow the breath, but as you start, so we are going to move the neck, okay? So as you breathe in and breathing out, gently you move the head to the left first, then you'll be bringing all the way here, and then again you will be coming back and then going past the center, going to the right, going all the way to the right, and then coming back to the center. Okay, this is what we are going to do. My hand is not, I mean, hand, you are still keeping the hands on the lap. Okay, I just showed for the purpose of demonstrating, but the head is moving. So we'll start from the left and go to the left, and then go past the center, go to the right, and then come back to the center. That's what we are going to do. So let's keep our, so you can keep your eyes closed if you want, or you can keep it open also, it's fine. So let's first take a breath in and start breathing out and start turning the head towards the left side. Along the way, if you run out of the breath, you can keep breathing normally. Okay, so this is more to do with the movement. You don't have to synchronize the breath. Slowly move towards the left. While doing this, relax the body completely. Keep the shoulders loose, neck loose. Once you reach a comfortable position on the left, you can start coming back. As you come to the center, you can go to the right side, continue moving at a slow pace, keeping the body loose and relaxed, and enjoy every little movement you're doing. There is no effort at all. Once you reach a comfortable point on the right side, start coming back. Once you come to the center, be there, be still, and very slowly and gradually, taking your own time, you may gently open your eyes. Okay, how was it? Good. Yeah.
Super
So
awesome.
this is just as yeah, this is just a
That's
small.
very nice.
Yeah, go
A
ahead.
lot of tiredness is also gone in such a short span of time.
Gone, right? Yeah, yeah. Nice. Any other experience anybody wants to share?
Yeah, but yeah, I think वो जो लाइक क्या बोलूं मैं प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में ऐसे लग रहा है यू आर मोर
More
देयर
in the
नाउ
present. Yes. Yeah. 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 Very true. Very true. Actually, the mind totally comes to the present moment. Yes. Any other experience? Anyone?
एंड ऐसा लग रहा था कि आई फील व्हेन यू सेड कि कई बार 2 घंटे भी हो जाते हैं तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि हाँ इसको कोई
Yeah.
टाइम नहीं पता चलेगा नो
Yes.
ट्रैक ऑफ यू वोंट हैव ट्रैक ऑफ टाइम
Correct. Yeah. You already got that glimpse. That's correct. Nice.
एक और चीज बोलूं मैं भैया
Yes. Yeah.
So, I don't know how it will help, but usually when normal yoga, when we do, I tend to feel for myself that I actually do any yoga very slowly. Any asana, I get into it slowly. So people who do yoga with me are like, you're doing very slowly. This is the wrong way. But I tell, but my internally, I'm feeling this. If I do it slow, it is more effective.
Wow.
So somewhere I felt,
Yeah.
nahi, what I felt when I do yoga asana slowly here also.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. But yeah, yoga asanas generally also done at varying paces. Like for example, Surya Namaskar also we do in different paces, right? Yeah, it has its own benefits based on the pace. But yeah, this is done very slowly. Definitely,
Maybe
this is
because I'm Vata dominant. So for me, slowness really
want
it
to
makes
regard it.
me grounded. Yeah.
Understood. Any other points? Any other? I think we are almost at the end of the session. So, any last minute questions, experience sharing? Okay, good then. Thanks for your time and definitely do this program wherever you are. There are teachers all over India now, so you can definitely do it. Huh? Those who are in Bangalore, definitely sign up for the 10th, or you organize one in your area. I can come. Okay. Thank you.
Is there a one more intro talk like this, Ramkiji?
I will be doing on Sunday most likely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can ask some of our other people to
Definitely.
join.
Yeah. I'll send that information shortly. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you. Very good.
Thank you. Jai Gurudev.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, thank you.